There are many games out there and as many reviews, but only few of them can answer gamers' burning question. Is it worth my money?
Hunger, despair. Times are hard, they said. Times were worse than hard. And the bar was about to close. As far as I was concerned, this was just another intoxicated day drawing to an end. If only I knew.
It's been a while since I had to play a horror game with my lights on. Yesterday, White Knight has changed that. Game is set in the America's early 30s, and it starts with a car crash. Protagonist ends up hitting someone on the road. Injured and seeking medical attention, he finds a very strange mansion with graveyard next to the front lawn and strange symbols all around. He knows someone was there recently. There are signs of that, and therefore decides to seek refuge inside. And that's where it all begins.
Hello? Hello? I need an ambulance. Can you hear me? I need help.
Pros. Number 1. Ambience. So, you find yourself in what happens to be Haunted Mansion. My first thought, God, this game really reminds me of the first Alone in the Dark. And after a quick research, I found out that it was one of the inspirations for the game, alongside with Alfred Hitchcock's work. Noir setting, using limited number of matches as your primary and most of the time your only light source, makes the game extremely engaging and creates unsettling feeling. You really start to worry what will happen if the last match goes out. Wandering through the darkness without light is a certain death. Add to this perfectly matched soundtrack with creepy sounds, and that's it. You are completely immersed in the game. Number 2. Story. We start our journey through the mansion with just one thing in mind: get out of there alive. But suddenly it appears we have guardian angel on our side that protects us and guides us through the darkness. As we explore this place, we find out more about the story of Great Depression, a notorious serial killer, and our angel. There are so many collectibles placed in this game. I was able to collect most of them, and they were all interesting. I was dragged in this story. I wanted to know who was the killer, why he chose brunette women as his victims, and what happened to both Selena and the other ghost that was haunting this place. Plot twist at the end didn't come as a big surprise, but it was a fitting end to this twisted story. The cycle-like ending proves to be a Hitchcock inspiration, and it serves the game well. Cons. Number 1. Controls. Controls are not as good as I would expect them to be. Camera is fixed. Well, that's a known method to build up an atmosphere, used previously in Resident Evil or first Alone in the Dark. But while you move from one area to another, you can get confused and walk the other way. It happened to me more than once, and got especially annoying in one sequence where I had to outrun ghosts in the attic. I couldn't see where I'm going because of the camera, and after I went a little further, suddenly I was surrounded by enemies and had nowhere to run. I've spent around 30 minutes trying to beat this sequence, and if it wasn't for the White Knight trophy that requires you to finish the game during one night, I would forfeit. It took me about 4 hours to complete the whole game, and in this case I have to say, it shouldn't be any longer. By the end I got tired and I just wanted it to end. Overall, the game is really good, but it lacks the ability to keep you amused till the end. Still, it's definitely worth its price. For 4 hours of great horror through ambience and not jump scare, that's a good deal. If you're a fan of old school creepy games, that's something for you.